Yes, yes, people. Welcome to the returning big fights, big nights only show brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by my fellow co-host, West Coast Cody. You know what I'm saying? Boxing
What's
knowledge
up?
himself. Man like JK is in the building. So first and foremost, what are you telling me, JK? 'Cause I've not seen you in time. We haven't done a show in
Man,
months.
yeah, it's been a minute, man. I just been tweeting about stuff, but we ain't. I've been catching little stuff here and there that you've been doing, but
Yeah.
just boxing finally about to start like
Yes.
rolling again, man. It was just
Yes.
like cancellation after cancellation, and
Yep.
so everything finally, and then Spence's injury, and yeah, man. So,
Mm.
yeah, but shit, we got this fight. We got uh Tiafimo coming up. We got Wilder coming up.
I forgot about Tiafimo. Who's Tiafimo fighting?
He's fighting George Kambosos.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. Okay. Okay. We're gonna get into all that.
yeah.
Like you said, Tiafimo, Fury Wilder free, Porter
Mm-hmm.
Crawford. That's gonna be fire.
Yes, that too, man. So
Porter
boxing is
Crawford.
like
Yeah, we
picking
finally
up.
get we finally get into the big fights, big nights. You get what I'm saying? That's why the
Yeah.
show is named what it is and why me and JK have been off so long. But first and foremost, love to everybody who is supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity. Much, much, much appreciated. So big love to all of you, like everyone who watched the Ballers at the Bridge show. Obviously, they did the Chelsea versus Manchester City preview. Everyone who watched Relegation Watch on the Twitch, and large up everyone who watched analysis at Anfield, the Liverpool show before that as well. So we keeping the shows rolling. So please make sure you hit the like button on the video, share it across all the socials as well. Vitally important you do that, man. Hit that share button, share it across all the socials. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp status, WhatsApp group, Snapchat, wherever you, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, please make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you do that because you don't want to miss when we go live, because we go live every day, people. We go live every single day. So for those that don't know, any new people who, well, it's not even new, anyone who wasn't here last time we did one of these shows, Big Fights, Big Nights is the boxing show on the Sarcasm City TV channel. And it's myself and JK. And the clue's in the title, Big Fights, Big Nights. That's what we cover. So if it's not a big fight, if it's not a big night, we're probably
Yeah.
not going to cover it. So that's why if Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao had gone down, if that had happened, then boom, we would
Mm-hmm.
definitely would have done a preview and a recap. You will get a recap of this fight that we're about to talk about either the night of or the day after. So it is
Yes,
Anthony
sir.
Joshua versus Alexander Usyk, heavyweight bout. You know what I'm saying? Champion versus former cruiserweight, undisputed cruiserweight champion. I'm looking forward to this. I didn't believe it would happen, but I'm glad it is happening because this fight has so many variables. We're gonna find out about how good Joshua is. We're gonna find out how good
Mm-hmm.
Usyk is at heavyweight. So there's so many variables. But like I said, this is the preview and the recap. You'll get either Saturday straight after the fight or Sunday. But I'll let you kick it off, JK, in it. So Joshua Usyk, because you're giving us the non-UK, the non-British viewpoint. You're
uh,
the
what
American
what you
view.
want? What you want to know? Who I got? Who I'm
Yeah, who you
picking?
got? Who you got and why? That's what I want to know. Who you got and why? Let's go.
You know what? I'm feeling like man, the last hmm, cruiserweight that went up and was a great heavyweight was Holyfield.
Mm.
So I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna roll with Usyk, man. Something about that
You're
dude.
rolling with Usyk. I'll
I'm
go and
gonna
talk
go
about
with
it.
I'm gonna go with Usyk. Okay, we seen how the top level opponents that Joshua's faced, they've all made him do the chicken dance, man.
The chicken dance.
but Usyk is I would say he's a better boxer than Andy Ruiz, and I feel like he could set the shots up better
Mm-hmm.
than Ruiz. So I just I think yeah, I'm gonna go with Usyk, man. I
You
just
going
think
with
I think he might land something. I don't think he'll knock him out. I
oh,
think he could end the same way how Ruiz got him. I think it could go
oh.
similar like that, but not a one punch knockout or nothing like that. Because I thought Joshua was like way bigger than him, but then when I looked the face off, you know, it wasn't too much of a difference. Just a couple inches, you know, probably like 3 inches, but it wasn't too bad.
Let me do the tail of the tape while you carry on speaking about it and that. So you see him winning, Usyk having winning on points. Is that what you're saying? Similar to Ruiz won by stoppage. So what do
the
you reckon going?
stoppage. Yeah, I feel like it could go down the same way.
Wow. So you reckon?
But I think it won't be in an exchange like how Joshua and Ruiz, because that was like a crazy exchange. You know, they were both just swinging and Joshua got clipped. I think Usyk could set it up better to clip him. Maybe the fight will end like that, but I can see Usyk outboxing him, taking Joshua to deep waters, and maybe, you know, getting him tired, because Joshua does get tired.
Well, I'm looking at it here, and this is the tail of the tape. So height 6, Joshua's 6'6", Usyk is 6'3". Joshua's reach is 8'2", Usyk's reach is 7'8". So he's 3 inches taller, and then Joshua has the reach advantage, as you would expect as well, being a full-fledged heavyweight. Like I said, I've spoke on this on previous shows on Big Fights, Big Nights, when this fight was brought up like as a hypothetical before it was going to get made, and I was leaning towards Usyk. That was my guy I was leaning to, because I'm like, I think he's southpaw, very crafty, good defense. I think he's a phenomenal boxer, like in terms of skills. So I'm like, how does Joshua deal with that? And I know as I've got closer to the fight and I thought about it, it's just the size difference. Like as a heavyweight, it's just the size difference.
How much is how much do they weigh in at?
I'm not sure. Let me have a look now. I'll try and find out and see how much they weigh.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're gonna find out if Usyk is great, because when Holyfield went up, we didn't know. He was just, you know, going up, and then he starts fighting all these big ass heavyweights, much taller, bigger, everything, and shit. We all know what Holyfield did at heavyweight.
Yeah,
so, but I mean, we're gonna see if Usyk is great.
All right, so it's saying there the unified heavyweight kingpin came in at 240 pounds, while Usyk went in at a career high of 221 pounds. That's what he's saying. So there's a 20-pound difference.
20 pound difference.
Yep.
I mean, that's nothing big for a heavyweight. You know, that's like normal.
It's normal, but like for a full, like I said, the fact that Joshua he's a full-fledged heavyweight, whereas Usyk is coming up. He didn't look that impressive. We did the show on him versus Chisora. He didn't look that impressive. I was expecting to see him sparkle. Obviously, you have a look, no crowd, the amount of time he had off, and even he was disappointed by his performance. And if he looked very good in that, I'd probably favor him here, because I think for Usyk to beat Joshua the same way Ruiz did the first fight, Joshua has to engage and make that mistake and trade. I think Joshua just like people have said, oh, he can't box him on the outside. I think Joshua just Ruizes him and just doesn't let him get close. Yes, Usyk is a better boxer than Ruiz, and I think he has better feet and he'll be able to get inside and things of that nature. But I think, even though this makes no sense what I'm saying, even though Usyk's the better boxer, I think Joshua has to box him to win. Like, even though he's the better boxer.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what? I don't think Joshua wants to get caught, you know, slipping no more, man, trying to exchange. So we might see Joshua fight like how he fought Ruiz. Like,
yes,
we might see him fight like that the rest of his damn career. We might see
it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. And I think against most people, I think that's the best him. I think that's the best way for him to fight.
Yeah. Because he is I think he is chinny. I mean, he's a big dude, but you know, he's a little chinny. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll with Usyk on this one, man. I think, man, he can be great, man. I think if Holyfield I got Usyk, man. I'm gonna roll with Usyk on this one.
I gotta roll with Joshua simply because I have to roll with Joshua simply because it's just the size difference. I don't know. I don't think Usyk can stop him, number one. So then he has to outbox him, which he is capable of. Don't get me wrong, like Usyk is fully capable of outboxing Joshua. However, that is a tough ask when you're facing a bigger guy who has the longer reach. So unless Joshua, and I see Joshua, I think he fights like this for the rest of his career. 100%. I think that's how he goes on now on the outside, jab, stick, jab, and move. The fact he's coming light as well. He's coming at what? 240. So he's coming in light, which I don't know what he came in at Ruiz the second time, but I know he was slimmer than the first fight.
He came in slimmer. Yeah, I forgot what he weighed.
I can see him doing that. Like, I'm gonna actually Google it now, but I can see him doing the same thing. Like, that's his game plan. Go on.
Has Joshua fought a southpaw yet?
Ooh.
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think he has.
I don't think he's fought a southpaw.
No, I don't think he has fought a southpaw.
So that could be trouble. I think the last time I seen him fight a southpaw.
Who's the last? Let us know in the comments. Faris, you're in the comments. Big up to you. I'm sure you know if Joshua's fought a southpaw.
I think the last time I seen him fight a southpaw was like, was it like that? Fucking amateurs or some shit like that, or some kind of Olympic shit. I seen him get cracked and do the chicken dance.
This guy, yo.
but yeah, I haven't. I can't think of because there's not that many. There's not that many heavyweight southpaws. You know,
there isn't that many. The only one I can think of is Ortiz.
Yeah,
that's like in the mix.
Yeah, that's the only.
And then Speaker, who Wilder also knocked out. Yeah. Was he Polish? Speaker, the guy I thought he killed him with the small southpaw with the bald head.
Yeah, I think he was Orthodox though. I don't think he was a southpaw.
Was he Orthodox? Why am I thinking he was southpaw? I swear he was southpaw, but these lot let us know. Elijah.
No, yeah. He was Orthodox.
Yeah,
because when he tried to throw a right hand and that's when he got sent to the parallel universe.
I thought he was dead, fam. I legit thought that was all she wrote. I thought he was dead. MB says, big on my life, Flawless, aka the top red, aka the man known for having the same hairline as Javinho and that, as well as Kante's role model. Big up to NB. My hairline is exceptional. This guy tripping. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 100%. Make sure you do that. He also said, check out the audio-only platforms as well. Links in the description. He goes on to say, Flawless, I think AJ will get the job done, but it won't be easy. Big up Faris, man. I've not seen you in a minute. He says, Flawless, it's been a minute. How you doing, my brother? What's up, Jess? I'm blessed. I hope you're good too. He says, I'm proud of you, bro. I appreciate that, Faris, my guy. And he says, Charles Martin is the only southpaw AJ fought. The fight did not even last a round.
That's right. Charles Martin.
Charles Martin.
He gave him a 1-2. Got him the fuck up out of there.
That's it. I'm saying so
Charles Martin was like, I don't know why, dude. Charles Martin just reminded me of like a little drug dealer that somehow got in the ring or something. I don't know. Just
but man ended up getting a title. But I'm looking here now. Yeah. Joshua Ruiz too. He weighed in at 237 pounds.
Oh, okay.
So it's similar. Whereas I bet if I go Joshua Ruiz, the first one, what did he weigh in at? Please, one sec. Joshua Ruiz one weighing. Hold up, trying to figure out now. See. 200 wait, that might not be right still. Google might be telling me wrong. He's weighed in. Joshua weighed in at 247. And then this time around he weighed 10 pounds lighter. So he's gone lighter again, which lets me know the game plan is to stick and move.
Stick and move, yeah.
Stick and move and that. Which again, like I said, it sounds stupid what I'm saying in the facts of Usyk is even though Usyk's the better boxer, the best way for him to win is boxing. It sounds dumb.
It don't sound. It makes sense.
It makes sense. It sounds stupid on the surface, but when you break it down, you're like, it makes sense. But it sounds stupid when I say it. Yeah,
it makes sense.
So that's how I'm looking at it. Because so to me, I think that's the best way for Joshua to approach it. The game plan should be stick and move. The game plan should be stick and move.
And he hasn't fought. I don't think Joshua has fought a boxer. Like Usyk, somebody that can move. So that might give him problems. Somebody that can move and box, and a southpaw that can do that. Because fuck, man, I don't even.
That's very tough. You've not.
Fuck, dude. Every time I just think of like I don't know, dude. I just think of like a trash bag and fucking hair falling out. I don't know. That dude just, I don't even know how, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's how I'm looking at it. Like in regards to that, like he has to stick and move. You're right. He has never faced the southpaw. He's only faced Charles Martin, so he's never been in the ring for a long period with a southpaw. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, you've never faced a southpaw like this. Number three, you've never faced anyone who can box and move in this manner. So how is that gonna work? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with that? And that's the question mark. That's why if he wins this, I give him credit, AJ. If he wins impressively, I give him even more credit. I'm not hearing all this, oh, he's a cruiserweight, then there. Like, no, you've dealt with him properly. If he wins impressively, a win is a win. So I give you full credit for that. If he wins impressively and he's 3-4 rounds in, he's boxing and moving and he stops him, I'm like, I got to give Anthony Joshua props. He's better than I thought he was. And Fury did this to me. 3 different times, Fury's done this to me. The Klitschko fight and the 2 Wilder fights. I didn't think Fury was at that level. Like, after seeing him in those 3 fights, he went up again, estimation in my level. This is that for Joshua for me personally. If he wins this fight impressively, I'm going, you've gone up in my level. Similar to he was talking about USYK versus Chisora. If he wins that impressively, you go up a level as I'm expecting because I rate you that highly and he didn't. So I'm like, okay. So it's not a notch because you still won and that's impressive, but I'm expecting to see more from you. But Joshua, and the thing is, one thing though, I don't know how Usyk deals with Joshua's power. When you get cracked by a full-fledged heavyweight, how does he deal with that? So we spoke about the issues for Joshua. The issues for Usyk is he's never fought someone this big and this skilled.
Yeah,
that's the problem he has.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to see how we take, Joshua landing something.
Yes.
If he make him do the chicken dance when he first lands something, then it just might be a short night. Unless that brings, because you know what, Usyk looks like one of those dudes that once they get hit like that, they become like alive. With some boxers, when they get cracked or something, they become alive.
Yes, 100%. And that's how I'm looking at it with that. So I look at the problem. You spoke about the problems for Joshua. That's the problem for Usyk. How do you deal with that power? How do you deal if Joshua's boxing on the outside? What happens when
that's what I think. I think he's going to have to fight on the inside. I don't think he can't be at the end of Joshua's punches. He has to be, he has to fight an inside fight. Yeah.
He has to be
if he gets like, you know how Wilder catches people at the end of his punch?
Yeah.
It's lights out. He can't get caught at the end of Joshua's punch. He has to chop that shit down. He has to fight an inside fight. I think he has to make it I think he has to make it rugged at times, a lot of inside work. So he don't get.
I think he's got to mix it up. I think he's got to mix it up. I think there's not one thing like Joshua. I would say, stay to the outside, stick to your jab, and just catch him when he comes. As soon as he gets near you, bang over the top. Every single time you throw the jab out there, keep him up because he's got to get closer to you to hit you than you have to do to him.
Yeah.
Every time he's doing that, bang over the top. Every single time, bang over the top with the right hand.
Yeah.
For me, for Usyk, I'd say sometimes be on the outside, box and move, but then on the inside, then you do your work. Go to the body.
He go to the body. Working the inside.
Yeah, go to the body.
Usyk might just be crazy enough to just do that. That dude is just.
He is a bit. Yeah.
That dude's he's one of those personalities, man. I like that dude a lot.
I do. When he turned up in the Joker outfit, you know what I'm saying? He was in the Joker outfit.
Yeah.
He did a split screen, and I was like, all right, you definitely here to fight. It's going to be interesting. That's the thing is, both game plans, I don't know how both fighters approach this. I don't know. Does Joshua stick to the outside like I'm saying? Or does he go onto the inside and treat him like a cruiserweight? Does he right, I'm just going to press upon you, and we're going to fight inside the pocket.
And we might see some rust for a while. They haven't been in the ring for a while.
When's the last time Usyk fought was Chisora? And the last time Joshua fought was who? Was it Pulev?
I can't even remember who the last time. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while since Joshua fought. Let me see.
I'm going to check right now. I'm having a look right now. Let me see on BoxRec. Let's see. Let's see. So he fought, Pulev, I was right. He fought Pulev in 2020. So it's almost a year. It's closing on a year because that was the 12th of the 12th. So that's the 12th of December 2020. We're now in September 2021. So you're closing in 10, it's like 9 months. You're closing in on like 9 months since you've last boxed. And as for Usyk,
oh, look like we lost Flawless. So, anyways, who y'all got, man? Who y'all got? Usyk or oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I X'd off the screen by accident as I was trying to find that. Yeah. Go on. Say what you're saying. Say what you're saying, JK. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? All right, one sec. Jeez.
I was able to hear you, but it was sounding like slow motion.
You can hear, man, yeah? No. I can hear you. You can't hear me. Jump out. Yeah. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty issues, but as me and JK was talking about, Joshua here hasn't fought since 2020 December. Whereas Usyk, I know he's fought more recently.
I'm gonna leave. Come back.
Yeah, no stress, man. No stress.
I'm gonna come back.
And then Usyk, last time he fought was, again, was 2020. Oh, geez, his was the 31st of the 10th. So he's not too far gone in regards to the last time he fought. Dan says, big up, night of sports today, facts. What else we got? Faris says, I got Usyk, guys. He's going to confuse the heck out of AJ. Not only is he a southpaw, but his fighting style is relatively unpredictable. I've got Usyk split decision. Yeah, man. Usyk split decision. I hear what you're saying with that. I reckon Joshua wins, but we'll see. Yo, can you hear me now? Still nothing. Take out the AirPods, fam. Oh, what's going on? Additionally, Usyk's velocity is preposterously linear throughout rounds. However, I want AJ to win. Faris with the big words, you know. Harris is nearly 2 o'clock in the morning, and you landed these big words. It also says, yes, Pulev is AJ's last opponent. Big on my guy Zeno says AJ is the professional Jake Paul handpicking opponents that are past their peak. I can't say that about this one, though. I cannot say this about Usyk. Usyk's no easy feat. Like, he's all wrong stylistically for Joshua. Like, if Usyk was a full-fledged heavyweight, if he was 6'6", 230 pounds, I'm picking him to beat Joshua. The only reason why I have Joshua winning this bout is simply because Usyk's the size. Like, I know skills pay the bills and it's not size, but there's weight classes in boxing for a reason. There's weight classes in boxing for a reason. So that's why, especially with cruiserweight to heavyweight, even if it's welterweight to super welterweight. But you talking, so I can't say all that. Harris says AJ gonna win, gonna be close though. Usyk is more technical. I agree. Joshua needs to let his hands go and he'll stop Usyk. How does Usyk deal with his power? Like, that's one thing that me and JK was just talking about. How does he deal with his power? Like, that's what it is. What is going on? The block. There we go. We back. Harris says Usyk ain't got knockout power in the heavyweight division. That's why I don't think he stops him. If Usyk wins, I believe it's some points. But I believe he can do the Andy Ruiz and clip him and catch him. And maybe not knock him out, but he's definitely capable of wobbling Anthony Joshua. I'd say that much. He's definitely capable of wobbling Anthony Joshua. 100%. He is. Hopefully, JK's back in. JK, what are you telling me?
Oh, man, back? You went. It was sounding like some monster shit or something. It was like super slow motion.
I don't know. We back. You lot can hear me, right? Well, they can because they've been in the comments. But yeah, we were just talking how you mentioned it, the layoff for both of them. Joshua's not fought since December 2020.
Yeah.
Usyk, October 2020 against Chisora. I can't believe it was that long ago. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm having a look here. Yeah. The 31st of the 10th, 2020. So they both not been a year, but a few months out of the ring. So we'll see. But I was just saying that the only reason why, if Usyk was a full-fledged heavyweight, he's stylistically all wrong for Joshua. I think he wins. The only reason why I'm picking Joshua to win is because of the size difference. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. Zeno says, AJ will get battered by Fury. Can't wait for this one. Hopefully it happens and Fury gets through Wilder comfortably again. I believe AJ gets battered. Zeno, I do believe AJ gets battered by Fury. I'm looking forward to that if it does happen. And I think Fury does get through Wilder, which we'll talk about. What's your thoughts on that, though? Do you think AJ gets battered by Fury?
Nah. I think I got AJ in that fight.
You got AJ over
I honestly
Fury?
think Fury is about to get knocked the fuck out right now.
Well, we're going to get into that. Before we'll end on this, and then we'll go get into the Fury free and that. We're going to get into Fury Wilder free, because JK got a lot to say on that. So we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. That's what it is. Guy says, Usyk, a nice guy. Seen some behind-the-scenes footage. He's a cool guy. Yeah, man, Usyk seems mad cool.
Yeah.
Dan said, if Usyk wins, will Fury Joshua ever going to happen if Tyson wins the fight? Probably not. But if Usyk wins, there'll be a rematch anyway with Usyk Joshua.
Yeah.
But I think if Usyk wins, I think he wins the rematch, because I don't think it's like the Ruiz one where Joshua's had a bad night. Like Joshua Ruiz too, you could just clearly see Joshua had. To me, I was like, Joshua wins the rematch. There's clips of me saying it on this very channel. Like I said it as soon as I was like, yo, Joshua has all of the physical advantages. He just needs to fight the right fight. He caught him on a bad night, whereas I can see Joshua having a good night, but because Usyk's so good, Usyk can win the fight. So if he wins the first one, I can see him winning the second one. Unless he just catches him with a big shot and knocks Joshua out. Then I'm like, all right. But I don't see that happening with him. But yeah, I know you're not a fan. Because if you got it Wilder, Joshua, Fury, is that your three in order of heavyweights?
Yeah, Wilder. I'll take. Fuck, man, it's hard between Fury and Joshua.
This guy don't rate either Fury or Joshua people. You know what I'm saying? I don't rate
it's hard between them two. The number 2 and 3. I don't know.
Harris says, if AJ gets past Usyk, then what? Hopefully he faces the winner of Fury Wilder. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're all hoping for. Will that happen? I don't know.
Yeah, because it's a lot of ifs right now, man. Because fucking Usyk fuck around and beat Joshua and shit. Wilder knock out Fury or Fury wins in. I mean, shit, this shit could go a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
If upsets happen, I don't consider Fury and Wilder an upset. If either one of them wins, I don't consider that an upset. But
what Fury?
upset,
What if Fury beat what? If Fury or Wilder beat Joshua?
No, I'm saying if Fury or Wilder beat each other, I don't consider any of those an upset. It'll just shake shit up if it'll shake shit up more if Wilder wins, because Fury wanted to fight with Joshua. So if Wilder wins, you might as well kiss that goodbye.
Yeah. Nah. That's hopefully whoever wins, like I said, hopefully I'm hoping AJ wins. I reckon Fury wins. We'll get into that. Fury wins and then we get the fight. However, I do not know. Faris says if AJ beats Usyk, he's 99.9% beats Tyson Fury, the most overrated cheating heavyweight basic boxer. Wow, Faris, you saying everything. I said the most overrated cheating heavyweight basic boxer. I think JK's having issues with his phone, but we'll get him back on. Don't worry about that. Harris says AJ could do a little something versus Fury. Is really not all Fury. Yeah, because he has a puncher's chance, but I think Fury beats him up. If Fury loses next month and Usyk loses, him and Fury are a great fight, incredibly marketable when it comes to the outcome. Usyk schools him. The thing is, you back now, yeah?
What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. They don't want to. Yo, jump out, jump back in it. I don't know what's going on. You lot can hear me because clearly you lot are responding to me. If Fury loses, they'll probably do Fury Wilder 4. They'll do Fury Wilder 4 because then it's 1-1. And the fourth one is that's exactly what will happen. If Wilder beats Fury in the 3, even though Fury won the first 2 fights, the first one was technically a draw. The second one, Fury won. Now the third one, Wilder wins. This 1-1. So then they'll do, even though everyone knows Fury won the first fight, but that's what they'll do. So I don't see that. And if Usyk loses, I can just see him still he still beats, I think, most heavyweights. Apart from Joshua, because he would have lost to him, Wilder and Fury, I fancy him against every other heavyweight. Probably face Dillian White. I think Dillian White beats him, actually. But he'll probably face Dillian White, Povetkins, Pulevs, those types. Parker, all of them. Like, if he does lose. Yo, what you saying? We back? Is he still messing up?
Man.
Harris says, how do you rate Wilder? Because he's got the biggest knockout punch in the division. He's the biggest KOist of our generation. And when I say that, people say, oh, not Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was before our era, people. Mike Tyson's era is, unless you're 30 and over, like Mike Tyson was in his prime in the 80s, early 90s. So unless you're over, I'm talking of our generation, he's the biggest punching heavyweight. Like, people can say, yes, his boxing skills are limited. If he catches you, you're going to sleep. Unless your name's Tyson Fury. And even when he caught Tyson Fury went down, but he managed to get up. So the reason why I rate Wilder is it's not a boxing thing. He is the best one-trick pony in the history of sport.
And what's crazy is I think people, they kind of like his boxing skill, it's not like all the way up there, but he has skill. People forget, like, he picked up boxing very late. And he went to the Olympics. He got the bronze, but he went to the Olympics. That's not like, you've got to be able to box to go to the Olympics, and you have to be able to box to set up those knockout punches. You can't just go in there swinging, hoping you connect on one of them. You have to set it up, I mean, we have seen him get wild, but that's like when he hurts people. But like to set up the knockout punch, you have to be able to box. You have to be able to box to set that up.
So these boxing skills are limited. So that's why when I say I rate Wilder from just a fan point of view, because I know somebody's getting knocked out, whether it's Wilder or him, I never go into his fights thinking I'm not going to be thoroughly entertained. He's got that equalizer. And like I said, he just ran into Fury, who it can't work on. Like I said, to me, somebody in the comments let me know, is there a better one-trick pony in sport? I've never seen it. He's definitely the best one-trick pony I've ever seen in boxing. All the time I've been watching boxing, he's the best one-trick pony. Because that's the only thing I look at with Wilder that he's exceptional at.
But I mean with heavyweights, like, what do you mostly see?
Yeah, you do
knockouts. It's not like it's not like heavyweights have a record of 50 something and 5 or something with 15 knockouts, 20 knockouts. No, like the heavyweights, they're gonna be in the 80 to 90% ratio of knocking people out. So you can say heavyweights are more of one-trick ponies than other boxers, because heavyweights are going there to knock the motherfucker out. They're not going in there to try to outbox somebody, because that's why they say one punch in the heavyweight division.
It's all she wrote,
and it's all she wrote. So you can say damn near every weight. I mean, shit, it's not too many you see that don't carry the one punch knockout power. The only person I actually haven't seen do that is Fury. Like,
ironically, Fury is the only one, because we've seen Joshua
like the only person I haven't seen just knock somebody I've seen like them stop the fight, but I haven't seen him just fucking knock somebody out cold. So a lot of stuff could change, in the next Wilder's in October 9th, and shit could change in a couple weeks.
We could be here talking about Usyk Wilder for undisputed title. Legit, that could happen. Do I believe it happens? No, but what I'm saying is we could be. We know how quickly the landscape can change. Like the same way we was talking about Wilder Ruiz at one point. That was the undisputed fight.
Yeah, and I think if Usyk wins, there's gonna have to be a rematch. And
they got a rematch clause in there.
Wilder's gonna have to fight, somebody else, or unless he wants to wait it out.
I was gonna say, I said this as you was gone. If Wilder beats Fury, they make number 4. Because then it's 1-1.
I don't think they have any more rematch.
Not a rematch. I just think they make the fight again. I think it's
I
probably
don't
the
think
best fight.
Wilder wants to. I don't think
You don't
Wilder
think he
wants to
fancies it?
deal. I don't think he wants to deal with
Fury
Fury
style.
anymore. Yeah. I don't think he wants to deal with him anymore. Like all the weird shit that's been going on, too. So
yeah. And Faris, man, you're my guy, but we gotta stop lying to ourselves. Fury is definitely top 5. Give me the 5 heavyweights that are better than Fury right now. Like this is, I understand not liking someone, but it's like, come on, man, you can't let your emotions cloud logic or your dislike for someone cloud logic. Fury, you agree? You ain't even a big fan of Fury. Fury's top 5 heavyweights. Am I lying, JK?
No, he is.
He's top 5. Like, come on, name 5 that's better. He's top 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Zeno's not having it. He said Wilder first. Fury is like Messi. Wilder is like Liverpool's Coutinho. Now he's better than Liverpool's Coutinho. JK won't get the reference because he don't watch football like that. But he's better than Liverpool's Coutinho. I'd love to see this, Harris. I would love to see Wilder White. The build-up and the fight, I think, would be exceptional. I think it tops everything. And the fight has the most variables. I don't know who wins that. All the others, I'm pretty sure who wins that. That one is a proper 50-50 more for me. Because I can see Wilder going in there to trade. And if he catches Wilder, it's lights out. If Wilder catches him, it's lights out. And the build-up would be exceptional. That man would talk trash to each other from the ink's wet on the contract to the ring. That man are not going to show up talking after the fight. After the fight, 100%.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That would be a good
Dan
one.
says, simple facts, AJ won't have the gas tank like Fury. Yeah, I think Fury's the best out of a lot of him. Faris is going in with this. He's saying Fury beat Wilder by tampered gloves. Too much evidence. They turned off the dressing room cams before his hands were... That's on his team. Because a member of the opposing team is supposed to go in and watch the opponent get their hands wrapped. So what went wrong there? Like something's going on there. You know what I'm saying? Like something's off there.
There's a lot of dirty shit too that like happens that I forgot who the fighter was not too long ago. They were trying to it was like they wanted some dirty shit to go on, like the commission. It was like they were trying to tell the other trainer, like, you know, something about him having to leave or something like that. And then also the commission leaving when he was like in there, like, you guys are supposed to be staying in there, you know, watching this shit. I forgot like the full fucking story, but it just sounded like dirty, like it was like some setup or some shit like that. I forgot who it was. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it was recent.
Because Faris just don't like Fury, he just doesn't want to make. So if that's the case, what happened in the first fight when Fury won that fight. Fury won the first fight. Yes, it was given a draw. Unless you're a Wilder fan or you dislike Fury or you're in Wilder's camp, go watch that fight. Fury won that fight. Even with the knockdowns, Fury won that fight, and that's why they called it a draw, because they rubbed like so. So what happened that fight? And then he beat him the second time, and he's gonna beat him the third time. But we're gonna get onto that. Yeah. He's saying, trust me, his boxing will get exposed really soon. By who, Faris? Who exposes Fury's boxing? I don't think there's someone out there to do it.
Yeah.
He can. I'm not saying he can't lose. What I'm saying is if he loses to Wilder, it's going to be by knockout. If he loses to Joshua, to me, it's going to be by knockout. I don't see anybody outboxing him.
The only person I see outboxing him is King Kong Ortiz. But I think he will out. I think he can box. I think he can box with him, but he will catch his ass because he has the knockout power. That's like the sleeper in the division right there.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's how I'm looking at it in regards to that. So yeah, all right. So me and JK will give our final thoughts on Joshua Usyk, and then we will get briefly into Fury Wilder 3, but we'll do a proper show on that as well. Love to everyone who's locked in. Though, please make sure you hit the like button on the video, share it across all the socials, subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV, hit the notification bell. Make sure you can share it and you can retweet and like and share it from my Twitter and Instagram, and that's me flawless. And you can find JK socials as well, so go follow him. And audio only as well. This show and all the other shows, aside from watch-alongs, are available on audio only platforms as well. So yeah, where was we at?
You wanted to touch on Wilder?
Yeah, was he at? No. Before we touch on that, so final thoughts, your final prediction, and the chat. I want your final prediction on Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, Joshua Usyk. Who do you have winning and how?
I got I got Usyk TKO.
Usyk TKO.
I had him
Very
stopping. I
interesting.
had him stopping the fight.
Usyk TKO.
I have him getting clipped, and I have them. I have it ending like somewhat like Ruiz, man.
Usyk, that's a
I'm rolling
TKO.
with the Joker, man.
You rolling with the Joker. I said Usyk. That's very, because all the time we've been doing shows, you've never said TKO. You've never
Yeah.
ever said TKO. Oh, he's gone Usyk. He's gone Usyk TKO. I'm going with Joshua. Does he KO him? Does he TKO him? Yeah, the ref jumps in and stops it. So I'm saying Joshua KO.
Okay.
That's what I've got. Simply, I think the size difference matters. But 5-6 rounds in, I could see Usyk being ahead, and it wouldn't surprise me. Similar to Khan Canelo, in the terms of, I don't think Joshua will stop Usyk like Canelo did to Khan, but Khan was ahead early on. I can see Usyk being ahead early on. That's what I would say. 100% I'd see that. So I'm going with Joshua. I think stoppage. You're saying Usyk stoppage. All right, so we got contrasting views there, people. All right, me and JK gonna do a leaderboard thing as well. So yeah, someone note that down. He's gonna do so. We'll run it. You want to say 3 points for picking the right win and 1 point for the correct decision.
Yeah.
So we've got, so let's just say KO TKO is one. Decision, points, and then split decision. We'll run them 3. So it's 3 points for picking the correct boxer, and then 1 point extra if we get the correct decision. So whether that's KO, TKO, points or split decision. All right, so we can opposite here. So we're gonna run the chat. Me and JK gonna just run a competition between ourselves. Faris here is saying AJ Usyk, Wilder, White, and Ortiz all beat Fury. I think you wilding with that. I think you wild. I think Usyk.
Ortiz. I think Ortiz is the one. I don't know about them other guys.
I don't know about all that. I don't think they're top. Faris, I think you just dislike Fury, innit? That's what I'm going.
Faris was like, fuck Fury.
Faris, he's like, fuck Fury. You don't like Fury. Joshua on points. I can't lie. Notorious FAT. Harris is saying round 10. He's giving us a round. This is Joshua stoppage. Dan says, if you had to bet it to end in any round, which round? I'm going Usyk round 7 for me, either TKO or KO. Okay. Canelo's fighting Caleb Plant. That's who he's fighting. Probably Joshua decision. So we've got no Usyks. Hey, Faris, who you got? Oh, no, he said Joshua on points. MB, if you're here, he said Joshua as well. All right, so let's get into it briefly before we close out the show. Fury Wilder 3, October 9th. It's supposed to go down. I've got Fury winning again. I think
I got Wilder knocking him out.
So how come you got Wilder knocking him out? Go on, talk about it. Why have you got Wilder knocking him out?
I feel like it was too much. I feel like he didn't want this again. Even though he knew he had a third fight, I feel like he didn't. I feel like he did. I don't know what the fuck happened in the second fight, but I feel like I think he got away with something, and I feel like he didn't want this, man. I feel like, and then with this Corona shit, and him and his dad just been up and down with shit, like saying that the fight might happen. They're not worried about him, and then they're like, "Oh, Wilder is dangerous." I've been paying attention to all the fucking interviews. Like, Wilder is dangerous, then Wilder ain't shit. Oh, we're not worried about him. And then his dad is like, "Man, you should just chuck the belt in the bin and forget about Wilder and go fight Fury." He was like scared for him.
Yeah, go fight. Yeah. That's what you say.
Basically sounding scared, and they're just like up and down.
When his dad did that, because he was mad at the way it happened. Because he was like, "Why is it happen so quick?" He's like, "They've just rushed you into a place to sign a contract." He's like, "That's not how deals should go down. Like, chuck the belt in the bin if it doesn't matter," type of thing. I did see his dad, and I agreed with him. Because surprisingly, his dad agreed with Eddie Hearn. Because even Eddie Hearn was like, "I was shocked, but I get why he's saying that also."
And I feel like something just just woke up in Wilder, man.
So you reckon we're gonna see a beast of Wilder? Like, Wilder's like,
I think we're just gonna see something. Because what's the chances of Fury landing that shit behind the head again, like that equilibrium shot? I wouldn't say behind the head. I mean, like behind the ear.
Yeah, I think it's just rare. I just think it's psychological because of the way he dealt with him the first fight and the second fight. I'm like, all Wilder has, when we spoke on, is that big right hand. If he lands it, yes, it can put you to sleep. But you face this guy 12 rounds in the first fight, and then was the second fight, what was it, 5-6 rounds? So it's like,
I think it was 7 or I think it
is it
was 6 or
7?
7,
All right, I'm
6 or
gonna double
7 or
check
something.
that. But yeah, go on. Say what you're saying. Go
Yeah,
on. I'm literally
but
gonna check that now.
yeah, I think it was 6 or 7. I mean, shit, dude. People want to be technical about it. I mean, there shouldn't even have been a count in the first fight. He was
I hear that.
knocked out. So I don't think it's in Wilder's head, because I really think Wilder believes he won the first fight because he believes he was knocked out. Does he think he won it on points? I don't think so, but I think he thinks he won by knockout, and there shouldn't have been a count, which there shouldn't have been. Like when somebody's fucking eyes are closed and they flop like fucking laundry, you know.
But he gave him the ref was right to give him the count because he got up.
I mean,
in the
he got
time.
up, but I mean, once a ref sees somebody go limp like that, eyes closed, what do? They run up and
Normally they do. Well, you know
like,
what? The ref.
nah.
I think the ref didn't. I think if that's anyone else, the ref doesn't do that. I think it's because it's Tyson Fury. That's why he did that. Because we've
Yeah,
seen him
man.
go out before and get
Yeah,
up.
probably
I
because
know what you're
it's
saying.
him.
It's Fury.
Yeah.
Like that. If that's Ortiz, the ref's waving that off.
Yeah.
I think it's the Fury thing. You know what I'm saying? And then he got up and he was fine. Like I said, Fury wins this fight. How impressive he wins it is on him. And the reason why I don't pay too much attention to the extra shit in the media and the interviews, as entertaining as they are, because him and his pops entertaining. Fury will just wake up and say something. He's very
No, that
he's
dude,
impulsive.
Fury is a character, but he does lie a lot though. He's a character.
Yeah, he's impulsive.
He's a liar. But
He's impulsive, man. Like he'll just get up and say,
Impulsive.
"Yo,"
He'll say
it
anything.
wouldn't surprise me one day if he turned around and went, "I'm just getting into boxing training. I'm gonna open my own gym." And then the next day he's like, "I'm gonna become a cut man." And the next day he's like, "I'm gonna be a commentator." That's Fury for you. Like that's how Fury is. Like he's very. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You never know what he's gonna say. He can come. An interview could come out tomorrow, and he's praising Wilder to high heels and that, praising him, giving him all his credit.
Which he has,
and then
he'll come around and say something.
Yeah, and then the thing is, the reason why I said that is because if tomorrow an interview came out and he's absolutely slandering Wilder, it wouldn't surprise me because you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Like Joshua, you know where you stand. If he came out slandering Usyk, you'd be like, this is a bit out of character.
Yeah.
Or if he praised Usyk, you're like, yeah, because it's very respectful between you two.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna get, and it is entertaining, and that's why I don't pay attention to his interviews like that. But he knows he's not stupid. He knows how dangerous Wilder is.
He's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, but it was just like all the Corona bullshit just seemed too shady to me. It just seemed too. It's like, okay, you got this shit, and then you got these two. So all of a sudden, you got two of the top up and comers, Anderson and Effie Ajagba. You got those two. You sparring those two dudes. And you come out and do an interview and your face is beat the fuck up. And then all of a sudden,
This is Fury. I didn't see this.
Fury.
Okay.
So he had those two. I don't know if you knew he was sparring them.
I didn't know. No.
So you know who Ajagba is, right? Remember the dude that had the guy run out the ring?
Yes, you mentioned him to me. Yeah.
So he was sparring him and the other top heavyweight. And they're actually on the undercard.
Okay.
So he was sparring both of them. And then he had an interview, fucking eye,
he's marked up.
Busted. Yeah, he was marked up pretty good. And then all of a sudden, Corona comes and then all like the next 2 days, it's like, oh, these dudes is hanging out with people, no masks. They're just out doing whatever. It just seemed like it was off to me, like he needed more time or something.
You doing Evo? That could be. But I think you giving Fury like too much credit in terms of waiting time. I think that's just Fury. Like he just does his own thing. He marches to his own beat.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like I feel like he really needed more time. Like it's just weird that you come out in an interview, like stories come out, you're getting your ass touched up and sparring by these two top dudes. And then all of a sudden, you got Corona, but nobody else has it. They're saying it was an outbreak, how they were saying it, but nobody else has it.
Maybe he did need more time. Maybe he did. Faris says, bro, go on.
Yeah, so that's all, man. I just think it was, I don't know.
You're saying fishy.
Ready at that time.
You said it was ready. You're saying fishy with it.
Fishy to me, man.
Bro, personally, I have no hate to Fury. I wish him the best, bro. Him being a cheater and having basic boxing skills is a fact. Flawless, my bro. You'll find out how basic of a boxer he is, says Faris. I disagree. I definitely think you have. I don't think you hate him. I think you have dislike to Fury 100% because you think he's a cheater. I don't think he has basic boxing skills either. He's one of the better boxers. Yeah, I think he's a better boxer than AJ. He's a better boxer. He has better boxing skills than Joshua. He has better boxing skills than Wilder. He has better boxing skills than White. Usyk, no. But those three, the main three, add White in that mix. You can add Povetkin, Pulev. He's a better boxer than you're giving him credit for. How's he won all these fights? Like, he's a good boxer. Like, when he's doing the move, when he's skipping the punches, that's him boxing.
Because
he's not a knockout puncher.
Boxer, not to get
cleaned out.
Malinaji, you know?
Yes.
He's not known for his power, but he had to be able to box to become a world champion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't knocking people out, so you got to have, you know, boxing skill to pull that off, you know? And I think Fury and Ortiz are the best heavyweight boxers out there.
Yeah, Fury don't seem serious or not motivated enough for this one, but the Wilder excuses in the mentality, Fury should win, but don't know what will happen this time. I think Fury wins too. I think Fury wins.
You know what? It's just like you really don't. And heavyweights, when they're two top heavyweights, you really don't know who's gonna win because just one, you know,
it's the one punch
changes. It's just the one, and that's why, like, back then, all the top heavyweights, dude, it's like that's why all them dudes fought each other, because it was like, dude, one punch changes just like everything in there. You never knew. You can't just say like, okay, Ali's gonna go fight fucking Ken Norton and Ali's gonna win for sure. Like you don't know what's gonna happen, because Ken Norton was fucking Muhammad Ali up. Like, you didn't know when it came to top heavyweights because the power. I mean, you can go with your favorite and go off, you know, based off your opinion, but it's just like, damn, when the fight comes, it's like, damn, you really don't know who's gonna win, because anybody can pull it off, man. It could be anybody's night.
Like, because Wilder is definitely capable of beating Fury, 100% he is. Do I think he does? No, but we're closer. We're closing on that, closer to the time. And then says, "Oh, now let me get to this." So he said, "Yeah, Fury don't seem serious or motivated enough." And oh no, I read that one. This one, but the consequences of the second fight might be visible this time. Wilder's coach saved him. Fury beat the shit out of him last time. I reckon that you don't lose that. Like I'm saying, I think psychologically, the way he lost, you can lose. Like, if Fury would have just caught him with a big punch, boom, cleaned him out. That's bad in itself. But it's the manner in which he did it. Like, he beat you up for 7 rounds. I don't know how many rounds he won in that second fight. Legit.
And then I don't know. Wilder might be looking at it a different way. He's probably like, fuck. He might be like, I've heard him say, like, he did all that to me and he still couldn't get me out of there.
Maybe.
You know,
when everybody's at their best, when everyone's at their best, Fury beats them all, in my opinion, says MN. I agree. I'm in full agreement. I know JK don't agree. I know Faris definitely don't agree. I think he's the best out of the 3 of them. This is why I want to see them all fight, because I'm tired of talking about it and I just want to see it. And then I'm either right, I'm either wrong. Like, I want to see Wilder Joshua.
I just want to see
Fury
it,
Joshua. Like, let's just get it on. And let's find out. Then it stops all the talking.
Like, I want to get this over with so I can see the next big heavyweight fight. I want to see the next big matchup.
Yeah, you know? Like, they blocking this. Like, if we get, all right, so we've got Fury, Wilder 3. Then if we get Joshua Fury, Wilder Fury, we can start putting all these men together in order. And then you got Usyk, then you got your Dillian Whites, and then you got the next wave. These men are just blocking up the thing. And I'm not blaming any one sole person. I'm just saying I'm tired of it, personally. I'm legit tired of it. But yeah, we move. We'll go on to this quick. Faris says, guys, thoughts on Caleb Plant. Great. I'm going to let JK finish this. I'm just going to step toilet people. But the press conference was brilliant. The way Canelo threw his keys and slipped a punch and bang. Oh, jeez. I'll let you talk about it.
He actually got slapped, though.
Yeah, he caught him, but the way he did it, though, was fine. It looked sick.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of biased on this one. On this Canelo and Plant. Plant is my guy, man. And I'm rolling with Plant, man. We haven't seen anybody really, you know, get in under Canelo's skin like that since probably Mayweather. So and we haven't been seeing I don't know. Canelo been fighting trash bags, man, to me lately. So uh I think I'm gonna roll with Plant on this one, man. The styles that always give Canelo problems are the slick boxers, the guys that can box. We seen Laura, which we seen what I was saying. I was
Go
saying
on.
I'm biased with this one. I said
Yeah, cool.
Caleb Plant is my guy.
Oh, is that your guy? I didn't know this.
That's
Caleb
my
Plant. Why is
guy.
Caleb
So
Plant your guy?
that's my guy, man. You
Why is
know,
he your guy?
so uh, just know him through here and there.
Okay,
But
okay, okay.
I just think, like I was telling them, okay, so when Mayweather fought Pacquiao, right,
Mm-hmm.
leading up to the fight, he fought similar styles to Pacquiao. That's why it looked easy. Who did he fight? The most awkward dude in the division at the time, Marcos Maidana. He fought him twice.
Mm.
So I feel like Canelo just been fighting these fucking trash bags, dude. Like, and it's like the guys that he has the most trouble with are the slick boxers.
Mm-hmm.
The closest thing we've seen to that style would be Caleb Plant. We've
Right.
seen him have trouble with Laura. People think he
Mm-hmm.
lost that fight. We've seen him have trouble with Mayweather. So the closest thing to those two styles is what Caleb Plant does. He's
Mm-hmm.
a pure boxer. So, and we know he's gonna have to make it. If he's winning on points, he's gonna have to make it, you know, very clear, because we know one of them judges, they're in the pocket. They're in the pocket, man. We
Yeah,
they're
yeah. I ain't
we
saying all that. I ain't
one
saying
of
all.
them one of them, like, dude, Mayweather sweat
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Canelo,
That was awful. A draw.
and what happened?
A
But it's
draw. That was
like that
awful.
all
He always gets favorable cards. He gets
whenever
favorable
Canelo
cards.
goes to the cards, it's always one wild ass card
Yeah.
favored for Canelo.
He always gets favorable
Always.
cards. Yeah.
It's crazy how that is. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying Plant, he has to make it clear. You can, if it's a
Yeah.
close fight, fucking 6-6 or some shit like that.
Hmm.
If you have anything close, it's going to Canelo. So he has to make it clear.
Hmm. Caleb Plant. And someone asked that you calling Triple G a trash bag.
But how long ago was Triple G?
Mm.
Fucking who has Canelo been fighting?
I'm gonna
Joe
pull up his
Smith
box right
and
now.
like the last, I don't know how many fights. It
I'll
got
tell you
to a
now.
point where the zone was. This dude just fought one of his sparring partners that was out of the ring for 2 years. In his last fight, he got
Right.
knocked out before
So he
that.
fought Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, Kovalev, Jacobs, Rocky Fielding. He fought Golovkin back in 2018 and then the first one in 2017. Bless me. That's what I say. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, right. Yeah. So that's what it is. So you're saying because of the length? Yeah, it was 18. It's 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. But I don't know a lot about Caleb Plant, so that's why I've not discussed it, because I've not seen a lot of him, so I don't know his style, how good he is or he isn't. But I do trust JK's judgment that it's gonna
No,
be
he's a pure
close
boxer,
fight.
dude.
I'm having a look here. Yeah, 21 wins, 0 losses. Who's he fought? Just having a look. UD, TKO, TKO.
They thought I think USYK was gonna knock him out or whatever. That's what they were saying, and he went in there. I think he dropped USYK two times or whatever. But I think that's when he got the belt or whatever.
Yeah, larger
And
team.
I think he was gonna fight. I think he was gonna fight David Benavidez. But Benavidez lost his shit on the scale and drugs and shit like that. So yeah. But I'm rolling with Plant. That's just my guy. So I'm rolling with Plant. I like the pure boxing. He's gonna have to do it clear. Something like Mayweather. It's gonna have to be a clear thing, because
Because Canelo does, from what I've seen in big fights, Canelo does seem to get favorable scorecards. Like I was interested, I watched him and Billy Joe Saunders, and even though I had him ahead, I think by a couple rounds. I had him at the time of the stoppage. It was interesting to see how that fight was gonna go. But obviously, then the eye injury happened, but that's Canelo's power for you. But yeah, we're gonna find out. Timo's asking what time the fight starts. Joshua Usyk, probably be 10 p.m. UK time, Timo. It's probably 10 p.m. our time. That's UK time for UK watchers and listeners. I'm guessing so. I'll have to have a look. Actually, let me have a look right now. Let me check this.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be super early for me.
Yeah, it's definitely early for you being on the West Coast and that. One sec. Usyk. Having a look now. Having a look. Yeah, the main event, ring walk expected approximately at 5:10. That's Eastern. So yeah, it's about 10 o'clock. It's about 10 o'clock. Okay. Timo says, I missed the boxing stream. I can't lie, you here. But we move. All right, we'll leave on this. JK thoughts on Better V.
Thoughts on Better BF.
Yeah, Better BF.
Better stay the fuck away from him. That's my thoughts on Better BF.
Is he at what weight class is he at?
175. He
light heavy in it. Thought so.
Yeah. Hey, Better BF is not the one to he's not the one to fuck with. That's the guy at 175. Yeah. Canelo better stay away from that. I think you know better.
Okay, fair enough. I need to check out Better BF and see what's what. But I've heard his name a lot. But back to, obviously, we spoke on Canelo Plant. We spoke on Fury Wilder 3, but mainly, what time is it in America for the fight, Harris? It'll be 10:05 Eastern, which is what time? Your time?
What, 5 Eastern?
Yeah, 5 Eastern.
It'll be 2 o'clock.
There you go. 2 p.m. PST. Look at us giving you time zones. It's Sarcasm City International, baby. We out here. There you go. All the way from the UK to the US. But yeah, we spoke on Caleb Plant and Canelo. We spoke on Fury Wilder 3. But we'll just end on what it is in Joshua Usyk. Like I said, we will definitely do a recap. I don't know if it'll be immediately after the fight, where we'll open up the lines to you lot, or it might be Sunday, but me and JK will be back with the recap as well. So JK's gone for Usyk, TKO. I'm saying AJ, KO. We're going to find out. But love to everyone who's locked in. We're back today. Literally early, midday. We're back. Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Wait, we playing Villa? Yeah, Aston Villa live watch along. So that'll be on myself. I don't think Eddie will be on. Dan might be on as well. But come tune in, get involved in the festivities, people. JK's just blacked out, but he'll be back. There we go. Yeah. He's back. JK, anything you want to add before we bounce?
Man, good to be back, man. Happy that some boxing back going on, man. Get to talk to my guy about it, so it's all good.
Yeah, 100%. And another question for you. So you got fans. People know you're the boxing knowledge. JK, do you watch MMA?
Certain people. Right, someone like the show, Big Fights only.
Like the Big Fights, Big Nights. I large up to my guy Faris. Anyhow, Flawless, good seeing you again, brother. Big up, man. We can have differences of opinion. It's all good. He said, love what you did with the channel and the channel's progression. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I will do. Much appreciated, man. Big up to everyone who is supporting. And like I said, myself and JK will be back either tonight or Saturday night after the fight, or we'll be back Sunday to give you the recap on AJ Usyk. No matter the outcome, we will be back talking about it, and we'll probably open up the phone lines as well. So yeah, man, this has been the Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk preview on the Big Fights, Big Nights Only show on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much.